It's the After the Show podcast, precious.
We don't care, we're about to swear on the air. It's the After the Show, so tune in if you dare. KVJ, get your skate every single day. It's uncensored. We can say what we want to say.
Yeah, happy Friday, 3-day weekend. What's going on, everybody? See, Bird's got a Jameson bottle there. He's already cracking into it.
Get it, Bird.
Why not? It's the weekend, dude.
Yeah, that's it. Tear into it. Do you mix that with anything? Or you just straight shoot it up?
I'm a fucking cowboy these days. Straight up whiskey.
Okay.
Drowns out the pain quicker, Kev.
Yeah, why mess around with mixers, right? That's just silly. That's silly.
Right.
Yeah. When do you leave for your road trip, Virginia?
2:45. As soon as Magnolia finishes school, she's on that virtual school. They end at 2:30. I'm giving everybody 15 minutes to get their bags together, and then we're hitting the road.
How long a drive do you have?
12 hours.
Damn. Are you?
I know.
Wow.
Are you going to be drinking at all when you get to Texas?
I'm not going to Texas. It's the other direction. That's west. I'm going north.
Where are you going? Do you know where she's going, Kevin?
Yeah, I think so. You're going to Bowling Green, Kentucky, right?
Bowling Green, Kentucky. Thank you, Kevin. You actually care about me and my family and details and listening.
Were you talking about that during the dirt of the day? I usually tune out during that.
Yeah, I talked about my family in the dirt. God, I hope not. I hope I have never talked about my family in the dirt of the day. No, Bowling Green, Kentucky. It's like an hour north of Nashville. So, because Bowling Green is just awful. I mean, it's really, really bad. We stay in Nashville. And so that's where we're going to sleep. And then we'll see Grandma on Saturday afternoon and then Sunday afternoon.
That's nice. I can't wait to get to Nashville. I got to make that trip. My daughter went up there a couple weeks ago and she had a good time. I'm like, man, I got to get up there. They got all kinds of great, like little country bars and rooftop bars. And that's a party city, actually.
It is. You know, the hotel where we're staying, a listener actually suggested it to me a few weeks ago. She's like, I know you love Dolly Parton. So at this hotel called The Graduate in Nashville, they have totally redone the rooftop as a tribute to Dolly Parton. It's all Dolly all over the rooftop. So I'm super excited.
Every room comes with titty pillows.
Oh my! I want titty pillows. Stat Denny's. Let's get it online.
That's what they got. You just kind of like lay. It's kind of like those neck things that you wear on the plane. It's Dolly's titties, kind of like, and you just lay right in and go to sleep.
Face first.
Now, does that come with the pussy blanket? Because I am in.
That I don't know.
Sorry, the whiskey's kicking in.
Maybe you stop drinking the whiskey. Pussy blanket.
Sorry, that was out of line, and I apologize.
He's an animal.
To piggyback on your Tennessee conversation, for whatever reason, back in the day here in South Florida, they ran a shit ton of commercials about the state of Tennessee, and it was odd. You'd be watching it, you're like, why are they always putting Tennessee on my ass? But the jingle was amazing.
Well, what they do is they have marketing campaigns. The state tourism has marketing campaigns, and they directly focus on where they think people are going to be coming from. So Florida is pretty much the opposite of Tennessee. So they market to us because we don't have mountains and cool like fog and rivers and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The jingle was amazing.
It was good. I would put Tennessee, of all the places I've been, to me, that's one of, if you did all throughout Tennessee, it is one of the best states to go to, because on the eastern side, you've got your Pigeon Forge, your Gatlinburg, and all that kind of stuff. And then if you go to the western side of the state, then you've got your Nashville. I gotta tell you, I would put it up there with about anything. Now, I haven't been to Austin, Texas. Texas has probably got some good stuff, but I'd say Tennessee is maybe one of the top 5 best states to go visit in America.
Austin to
Whoa.
me, like when I was there, Austin's way smaller to me. It has way less options than Nashville. Nashville is big. It's got a lot of great stuff.
Yeah.
Kevin, it's a great music town from what I hear. People who love music go to Nashville.
Yeah, they do.
Shot.
No, not yet. With
Every
the internet
time-
delay-
Every time you say something stupid, you got to do a shot.
Oh, that's good. You're going to die.
You too, Kevin? I expect that shit from the witch, but from you, Ralston?
It's Friday, man. Yeah.
Whoop, whoop, Friday.
Oh, yeah.
Let's make fun
Woo,
of you.
weekend. Yeah. Don't be so mean. Yeah.
Yeah. So Amy said North Carolina. I could see that too. They got the mountains and all that. If you like that, which I think is great. And my only question with that is like, outside of the mountains, what else do you have in North Carolina?
Yeah, it's pretty basic. But I mean, people from Florida, it's really cool for us because we don't get that. We don't get like winding roads that go up a mountain. It's just awesome to drive through the mountains, I think.
I will tell you, Asheville is great. It's one of the best craft brewery cities in America. They got like 100 craft breweries. That's not even an exaggeration.
Wow.
So North Carolina is kind of cool. I'd probably put that in my top 5. The Biltmore is up there, and they've got their own winery, I think, attached to it. You can go and check that out. So Asheville's good.
As the locals call it, North Kakalaki. North Kakalaki. That's what they call it that.
Larissa is listening right now in Asheville. Very cool.
It's on. It's on.
It's on. Yeah. Drink.
Denny's, you can pot him down.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare pot me down, Denny's. And don't you dare say pot in a sentence towards Denny's. He might get confused.
Yeah, I just looked up because I heard the word.
What? Huh?
Count me in.
Oh, pot?
Somebody else said Colorado. Speaking of which, I've done Denver. That's the only city I've done in Colorado.
Denny's, you know all about the Colorado Yaddy.
Yeah, Colorado's cool. Denver's awesome. Probably one of the best spots. I like the name though for it, Virginia. Check out Fort Collins is awesome.
I thought
if
the
you want to go
locals call
drinking. What's up?
What'd you say, Jameson?
Oh,
What was that, Bit Killer?
y'all, there's a fucking delay on here and there's drinking involved. Screw this shit. Denny's as you were.
Oh, Mike dropped us.
Yeah, I would say Fort Collins is cool. Denver's cool. Boulder's awesome. Although weirdly, like Denver and Boulder have gotten pretty darn expensive. If you're looking to spend a little bit less, I'd go to some of the maybe not so popular central areas. Colorado's gotten real expensive. When I first moved there, if you went to Burdine's and you saw a shirt for $5, in Colorado, that same shirt would be $4. I know, and same with food. I don't know how. It's got to cost more money to drive it up the mountain, but in Apopka, Florida, they make Simply orange juice, right?
Okay.
It is 50 cents less money in Colorado than it is in Apopka, Florida.
What?
Oh.
It's made here in Florida. I have no idea why it's like that, but yeah, it's just a weird difference like that. And then I also noticed that residential was cheaper there when I first got there. Now it's West Palm Beach prices. It's almost garden. I mean, it's garden prices. It's basically normal house prices now out there.
Dang,
when it used to
Palm
be
Beach-
less.
Palm Beach Gardens prices?
I know.
That's high.
I only know because I was looking locally for houses, so that's the only thing I have to compare it to. But yeah,
We've all been looking with the bird because when the bird looks, you look. And Palm Beach Gardens.
Why you gotta have such a why you gotta have a tone?
Palm Beach Gardens, they give crazy prices for not that much of a house.
it's crazy.
The witch is not lying. I mean, you go there, you look at a backyard, there's a fucking hotel in the backyard, a liquor store, and it's still $380,000. What the shit is that,
What?
suit?
Yeah, Suits.
I don't know if Suits knows much
Suits
about
like, I don't know. I live with my mom.
I don't really know much about those house prices out there in Gardens, but
I'm really young and I live with my mom. So why are you talking to me?
I actually meant to say right.
apartment prices,
right.
that I know.
I meant to say right, Kevin, but I said Suits instead.
Drink.
But yeah, getting ski passes. I
Rick.
see some comments popping in. But yeah, Breckenridge is awesome. Keystone's awesome. Those are good places to
Skiing.
go.
Yeah.
To go skiing that's still affordable. Because if you go out to Aspen, super expensive. Steamboat, super expensive. So you want to go to some of the cheaper ones.
Are
Mhm.
you a skier? Do you ski?
I don't. I snowboarded. So first time I went, it was funny. We did our lessons and I didn't know what any of the stuff was. And I went on one of the black diamonds, not knowing what any of that meant. And I went down it. I had to go to the infirmary because I bruised 2 of my ribs going down the mountain. I just tumbled. People on the ski lifts were just watching this guy tumble down. I had just learned how to like stand up on this thing.
I don't ski, but I know the black diamond is like the biggest, worst,
Oh my God.
craziest skill level.
I swear there was a 6-foot thing I went off of and landed on my back and then just slid.
Sounds terrible.
Yes.
Gabriel in the chat said, yeah, in Colorado, got a lot of homeless people there because of the weed.
Yeah, I guess it could be because of the weed. They had a big homeless problem when weed first became a thing too, though. So if you were to Denver used to be going down. The nightlife's awesome there, but it used to be rough. You would get hit up constantly for money. And then they got real bold down there. They used to talk mad trash if you didn't give them money too. They'd start cursing you out. So they got some pretty intense homeless people out there.
That is the worst. There's a homeless guy at the Walmart I go to, and every time I have to pull up to the red light when I'm leaving, I'm like, oh fuck, here he is. He's gonna eyeball me. He's gonna peacock. He's gonna bully me. He's gonna intimidate me. I'm like, here's the fucking money.
You need to tell him you have the corones.
I think he has the corones.
Yeah.
Do whatever you can not to roll down that window.
But to Denny's point, though, that's why sometimes people get all mad. It's when someone's looking for money and they get aggressive and they get on your car. I think, didn't that happen to you, Virginia? Someone grabbed your door.
I had a guy who was asking for change, and this is many years ago in Lake Park. And remember that old Winn-Dixie that used to be in Lake Park?
Virginia, I was raised at that Winn-Dixie.
Literally in the produce.
Mm-hmm.
So
no, he wasn't raising produce.
Produce.
He wasn't raising
hot case, motherfucker.
Produce.
Hot case.
Hot case.
Produce, yeah.
No, I was in the parking lot and this guy came up to my car and he's like, yeah, you got any change? And I was like, well, yeah, I do actually have change. So I gave him like a handful of change out of the middle console. I had a little container of change, but I gave him like maybe a quarter of it. And he goes, you got more in there. I see you do. And I was like, whoa. He came in the car trying to get the rest of the change with his hand. I'm like, you better back the hell up. I got
What did you do?
I put the window up and immediately left. I think Magnolia was a baby. Magnolia was with me and I was just like trying to get out of there.
I'm sure it didn't affect her.
We had that when we were in Atlanta. Kayla and I went into this gas station. We were getting ready to leave, and we came out, and there was a homeless guy sitting in the front passenger seat. And
of
he
your
was
car?
Of Kim's car. And she was
in your car.
He opened the door, got in the car, was trying to take the change out, and I came up. I'm like, "Can I help you?" And he was like, "I need some money." And I'm like, "I don't have any money." I'm like, "Get the fuck out of the car!" And yeah, he was like, he was in there and he was talking to Cannon. He was like, he's like, "Hey, you need a stepdaddy?" And yeah, he was real aggressive. So it was
okay.
crazy.
Let me ask you this: as a man, what was tougher for you to deal with, that moment right there, or when Ron Jeremy came up from behind the Queen and licked her neck?
The Ron Jeremy, yeah, because you walk into a situation as a guy and you're trying to assess, all right, how bowed up and aggressive do I need to get? and that's kind of, and both of those situations were like that. And, with the guy that was sitting in the car and he went, yeah, I was a little short with him because, I need to let him know I didn't know where he was going to go with this. And so he was getting way too far in there and I didn't know what was going to happen. I was just kind of like giving him a tone that, hey, you're going to get a fight real quick if you don't back off. It's way too close to my family. And the Ron Jeremy thing, I think I was just, I didn't know how to react on that. That was so weird.
Yeah.
We just got away from him. But yeah,
And we had been drinking too, and it kind of like ruined the buzz for a good 10 minutes.
Well,
Yeah.
it's weird because he's a celebrity. So you're thinking, all right, it's Ron Jeremy. Oh, wait, he just licked my wife's neck. What the fuck is going on right now? It's got to be surreal. Like when we got into the fight with Rob Schneider on the air. For me, that was kind of a surreal moment.
Yeah,
so it's gotta be surreal.
You don't know how to react, and that's kind of the tough thing because I always have that. That's one of my first thoughts when you're in these kind of odd, spontaneous situations where you're like, okay, what does my approach and attitude need to be right now? And so, yeah, I was shocked by the Ron Jeremy thing and didn't know what to do. It was just weirded out. And I was kind of mainly looking at Kim, and she can handle her own. So I'm not worried about her. So I'm like, I'll let her, she's not one of those women that needs a guy to, I'm going to stand up. And yeah, so
no, she's like a character from Street Fighter. She will take you out.
Yeah. So that was kind of it.
Is that a video game reference?
It is.
It was.
That's an old fucking reference, isn't it? You old?
That's all I know.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a Donkey Kong reference.
There's still even people that are like, hey, why are these guys at home? Yeah, if y'all don't know, Bab said, yeah, Rona's got them. Yeah, Suits and I both got coronavirus, and so we got quarantined, but the whole show did. So we're now corona free, and we'll be back in studio on Thursday. But we got Tuesday and Wednesday shows still from home, and then Thursday we'll have KVJ TV and everything back. So
yeah, and people keep asking why we don't broadcast live video style during the morning show. We don't have that kind of equipment to be able to do all that stuff. This is different because we're not going over the air.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, we have to put this signal over the air, and it's kind of a technical thing, but we could do it, but we need an operator, and we're down an operator because there was more than just us that got quarantined. So
our operator got it too.
Yeah. So Thumbelina, she was in Suits' room, so she's not allowed back up until Thursday either. So that's kind of what it is. So it's crazy.
People have been, I feel like the people have been patient and cool with our situation, though, to be quite honest with you. 98% of the people have been very, very cool about everything.
Yeah, they have.
The only complaints I'm really hearing are about your bitch ass microphone, Bird. Everybody else seems to be sounding great.
It's so weird because all of the complaints I'm getting is just about your overall persona. So I guess we're even.
Mm-hmm. And Sammy has got a good piece of advice. She said, download the WRMF app. That's a good thing to have. In fact, I want to start grabbing some audio on that because we're limited on phones and all that. If you have that app, there is a mic feature. It's on the hamburger menu, and you can drop messages, any kind of comments or topics you want to bring up or anything like that you want to say. We can go and grab that, and we'll be able to play that audio. So I'd love to get some people. Anything you got going on, you want to say, you want to ask a question, you want to just go on there and fart, I don't care. You can do that too. So,
all right, let me go right now.
Yeah. So whatever you want to do, so do that.
A little pop-up video moment for you guys if you want it. Sammy in the chat room is one of the stars in the Snack King video.
Okay.
Shouting out the people. Oh yeah,
Drink. You need to drink.
She's in the Snack King video. That's cool.
Yeah, I was
fuck
looking
you,
for her.
bitch. Fuck this. No, I'm not. I don't get paid for this podcast. I'm not taking your shit.
Let me see. Yeah, there's comments on here. It is nice to have the comment chat thing back up. So thanks to all that, everybody. Somebody said, Kev, you gonna watch some football? Yeah, football is going on. They had a game last night. College is kind of getting fired back up. So yeah, as soon as they start getting some football, I can't wait. I think the NFL starts next weekend. So that's coming on real quick. So we'll see.
Right.
And I think some stadiums are doing fans and some are not. That's going to be weird. Like, it's up to the individual stadiums. Why isn't there a rule across the NFL? Like, either you all have fans or none of you have fans.
I think they're kind of leaving it up just based on what's going on, and they don't want to necessarily say, I know the Dolphins and the Canes are going to do 13,000 people for each of their games. And so there was, like, for instance, Iowa State in college, they're playing, and they were going to have fans, but Iowa, I guess, oddly enough, has been hit really hard with coronavirus cases this week. So they wound up canceling that, not having fans. So I think it's just, based on what's going on in your area, what, you want to do.
Well, Miami, they said, don't have any kind of social gatherings with more than 50 people. 13,000 is a few more than 50 people.
Yeah, I think it's just now they feel like they can space people out, and they like where the cases are. Miami's at about 7%, so they're under the 10, and I guess they feel good about the numbers. And there's just so much. I think a big part of there's just so much money, that is tagged onto that, because you'll have concessions. And the thing that I didn't realize, and I forgot, when I was going through, because I went to Hard Rock to get one of my coronavirus tests, I forgot parking is $50.
$50.
$50. I saw the signs. I'm like, yeah, $50.
$50.
Yeah, but I was like, okay, so you think about that. If you have 7,000 cars at $50 a pop, I mean, that's a ton of money. So yeah, if they feel like they can do it and separate people, then they're going to do it. 13,000. So
yeah, they said they were going to have 20,000 in the grandstands for NASCAR in Daytona last week, and I'll tell you, it looked like a lot more than 20,000. That place had a pretty decent crowd in the grandstands. It was noticeable.
Yeah. Were they all wearing masks?
I saw some pictures from the stands that people were. I mean, it's probably 50-50. There are people when you're in your seats, I don't think you have to wear your mask in your seat. I don't know if that's how it works or not. I didn't really look into it. But there were people I saw on social media who had masks on, and then some people who just didn't seem to care.
Yeah.
But you're supposed to, at least when you're walking around the stadium.
Yeah, I think it's going to be the great experiment here for the next couple of weeks, just to see if any of these events, are big, massive super spreader events, and if people wind up getting coronavirus. I think the hospitalizations was what they'll look at, because, case numbers in some places are still kind of high, but they are doing more testing. So I think they're just going to kind of see hospitalizations and then, of course, deaths, and then see who it is that's dying with all these numbers. But yeah, you'll find out in about 2 or 3 weeks or a month from now what they're going to do with stuff. So yeah, they're cranking it back open. And my Buckeyes, I think, might find out today if they get to play football or not.
Really?
Yeah, there's rumors they might take a vote again today to see if they can play, because if Ohio State doesn't get it going in the next week, they're out of the national championship.
So would they be going against the Big Ten?
Yeah. It's just a lot of the Big Ten schools apparently don't want to play, so Ohio State does.
Man, it's tough. Yeah, a lot of people chirping in the chat room that I just stumbled upon.
Yeah, there is.
Oh yeah. Wooden Stash Dave in the chat room. Apparently, I said something. He goes, "Bird, that was a little harsh." Go fuck yourself, Wooden Stash Dave.
Wooden mustache? Is that what he's trying to rock?
Wooden Stash Dave, that was a little harsh, Bird. I don't even fucking tell you, Wooden Stash Dave.
Is that Metal Beard Dan's cousin?
That might be. Is that Metal Beard Dan second Twitter account, or
does he have another personality? Yeah. Is that his Gibby Darlington?
That's a good question. JR Hidalgo in the chat room says, "Bird, that's a Caradod microphone. You can't talk on the top of the microphone. It has to be on the side plate of the mic. That's above the brand name."
What?
Really? Are we all? Hello?
Oh.
Hello? Oh, talk that way, Virginia?
On the side, it is louder, but do you really want me louder?
It's a cardioid microphone, is what he's saying. You're supposed to talk into the
Well,
plate
you
of the
and J.R.
emblem.
Hidalgo, Dennis, can mind your own
Use it.
fucking business.
I'm just letting you-
Hello. Hello.
Wow, that actually makes a huge difference. Oh my
Hello.
gosh.
Yeah.
I think
does.
mine's the same way too.
Holy shit.
I've been doing it
What-
wrong.
It's referring to the pattern that it picks up sound.
I did it wrong all week.
Now you're just showing off, Denny's.
He knows a
No.
thing or two, that boy.
He does. Denny's
Yeah,
is
thank
legit,
God.
y'all.
And people are asking why I'm muted because I'm sending off air.
Someone
checks of
else
you
wants to
guys
hear
while we do
this?
So no, somebody was asking why I'm muted.
I got a couple of emails here. Susan sent an email. She said, I was listening this morning to Kevin's story about his oldest son, Colin, and the emergency call that he made while he was asleep to everybody. And then he slept for 3 more hours while everybody's trying to get a hold of him. She said, my dad, who's in Orlando, received a call from somebody who he believed was my son, who's 25 and lives in Jacksonville, saying he was in jail in Philadelphia and he had driven up for the weekend to attend his uncle's birthday and got a DUI and needed bail money.
Oh, boy.
So my dad was out working in the field when he got the call, and the caller asked him to write the information, and he said he wasn't able to do so. And then the call went dead. My dad panics and he begins to figure out exactly how he was going to get back in touch with him to get him money to bail him out. Luckily, though, several phone calls were made to make contact with my son within the hour and confirm that he was actually okay and the story wasn't true. But really, what scared me here was that the caller knew the relationship between my dad and his grandson. He knew the numbers to call. He knew the name of the uncle in Pennsylvania. He knew there was a connection to family in Pennsylvania. It's just so sad to realize that there are people out there who go to such great lengths to dig up information to try to scam people out of money. Imagine if they really applied themselves as much to a real skill and job. And that is true. Yeah, Susan, what she's saying there is these scam artists are really doing research on people now, and they're finding out this stuff and getting enough viable information because they realize it's tougher now. People are hip to all the scams. So they will call up with a real legitimate scenario to get money out of you. And if you don't have that ability, we're always getting on my oldest son, Colin, because it's sometimes hard to get a hold of him. He didn't respond to texts very well and like calls. And we're just like, dude, like, you know, in today's day and age, you got to be accessible because, you know, you've sent the entire family a message that you're in an emergency state and you can't talk on the phone. And my wife even texted him. And the first time she got a hold of him, about 90 minutes to 2 hours into this whole thing, where we're thinking maybe he's dead, he just said, I can't talk right now. So he was texting in his sleep back to her saying, and she's like, I need a little information. Like, are you dead? Are you kidnapped? Like, what's going on?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So it's one of those things where if you get a situation like what Susan's dad had, you could be out 10 grand before you get a hold of somebody to confirm that they're not really in trouble.
What a crazy story that was with Colin.
Are
It's
you
very
holding
crazy.
your mic like a phone?
Dog, I'm holding it like a Britney Spears concert. Give me one more chance.
I think it's hit me one more time.
I don't know the fucking words.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. So he's going to do the sleep test. See what's
I guess
up.
people are saying that if you have a Facebook, people can look you up and see like who your family is that way. And it's kind of,
Yeah.
The way the stalking game has, or just the scamming game, all of that shit, it's crazy how easy it is.
I'm not sure you're using the mic right.
It's crazy how easy it is to scam motherfuckers. Can you hear that?
yes.
It is a little better. Got an email here from Yara. A little bit of love from Israel. Said, I lived in Palm Beach for 2 years and fell in love with you guys 2 months ago. I moved back to Israel, and I'm so happy you guys have YouTube so I can keep following you guys and listen to the show, except for this week. Just heard you guys are all COVID-free. Yay, but why aren't you uploading the show on YouTube this week? Yep.
We are.
Yeah. Love from Israel. You've reached this far on the globe. That's very cool.
Very cool.
I said we are, but Suits, are we?
So no, there's some issues getting it uploaded.
Drink.
It's
You gotta
one of the main, yeah. The regular show will be back. We only have 2 more days of this where we're on this system, but it's tough to get everything uploaded the way that we're doing things, and then with some other technical stuff behind the scenes that I'm not going to bore you guys with. But
I'm sorry, Stu. I didn't mean to speak for you. I'm a crazy.
Yeah, no, we don't have the video for the regular show, unfortunately, though.
You can still listen to the whole thing though on podcast.
Yeah, the podcast itself is up just like you always were able to get it in the past.
And you can still keep saying stupid stuff. We expect it.
I'm wrong again. Can you hear that?
Yeah, we got that. Jenny's want to know, why doesn't Bert have a mic stand like Kevin and Virginia?
Because sometimes you just gotta glide through life, not stand. Can I get a fucking amen on that?
I think you're talking on the wrong side again.
Sometimes in
life you gotta glide through life, not stand. Can I get a fucking amen on that?
We all were given a mic with a mic stand. Chances are he lost his.
Oh, Hamburger Hands lost it again. He's so fucked.
If you got it, show it.
I don't know if he's going to come back.
Let's all leave.
Yeah, everybody put a black screen. Do this. Just do that.
Oh, we should all freeze as if we got frozen.
Everybody just. Oh, he is looking hard for that mic stand. He is going to prove a girl wrong.
Loud fucking voice from 9 rooms away. 9 rooms, Kevin.
You got a big house.
It's a big apartment.
Where's the mic stand?
Yeah.
Boom.
Okay, there it is.
He didn't lose it.
I did. It's actually right. Hold on.
It's actually right by my croissants.
Oh, well, that's a place of honor.
That's a croissant stand now.
A place of honor. A place of honor is very respectful.
Yara in Israel said, "Why the hell is Jaybird still single?" Wow.
Oh, wow. I think this podcast is proof of why.
He's a drunk mess. You want some of that?
I mean, just an emotional human piece of baggage.
Says V, you're a fierce bitch in the best way, and Kevin, stop being so positive. So,
yeah, Kevin,
that's it.
Kevin gets it no matter what.
Well, he's the Steve Jobs of the KVJ show. He's in charge, baby. He's gonna get all this shit no matter what. So when you fuck up and you say some crazy shit, he's gonna take it in the dick.
All right, well, let me say some more stuff then.
Oh,
no, my dick's ready.
There's so much shit I say. I say shit that gets Kevin in trouble all the time. And Kevin, sweet Kevin, I'm so sorry.
You need to apologize to his dick.
Sweet Kevin's dick. I'm so sorry.
I've got a BuzzFeed International Food Quiz here. I'm going to put Virginia versus Jaybird, see who does better.
Oh, okay.
Okay, first question. Where are tacos from? Is it Ecuador, Nicaragua, Mexico, or the United States? What do you think, Virginia?
I am going to say Mexico.
Jaybird, do you agree or disagree?
I am so sorry, Kevin. I got distracted with the chat room talking shit about me, and I didn't hear the question.
Kevin, you can just mute him. Like, you have the power.
Where are tacos?
It would hurt me, though, if you muted me. If you mute this heart, I don't know.
Your mic work is terrible.
So is your entertainment news.
It goes from so loud to so soft.
That's kind of how I am in the bedroom.
It's not right. It's never like right on. It's either too loud or too soft.
It's no consistency whatsoever. No. And so much hamburger hands.
Yeah. Goldilocks would be so confused with me.
That microphone's coming back snapped into 3 pieces.
There's no way our boss is getting this back fully loaded.
No, it is not going to work properly.
You might as well go on Amazon right now and buy a replacement and give that back to them. Because that one's yours.
I should buy
Order it today. Yeah.
I should.
Or just go on and order it right now.
Just do it right now. In fact, give me your credit card. I'll do it.
Guys, I am such a loud typer. It'll fucking distract you.
Okay, so the question, Bird, what country are tacos from?
Oh,
United States, Mexico, Ecuador, or Nicaragua?
Only talking about Mexico. No, Nicaragua.
Mexico, no.
What is your answer?
He said Mexico, no.
I'm locking it in. Mexico.
Mexico. Virginia said Mexico. You both got a point.
Hey, whoop, whoop.
Somebody's intelligent.
Mexico,
Somebody's smart.
Mexico.
I'm smart, Denny's. I'm smart.
Okay, next question. Where is Wiener Schnitzel from? Is it Germany, Austria, Poland, or Ukraine? What do you think, Jay Bird?
It's definitely Austria.
Okay. Virginia, what do you think?
Germany.
Damn it, it's Germany. Fuck. Germany.
You change your answer?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're both Germany on this one? You're both wrong. It's Austria.
It's Austria.
Oh!
I knew it. Just because you changed it, I knew it was going to be Austria.
How do I get it? Oh, Jesus. How did I? So sorry. How did I get it wrong?
Okay.
You
How
could hear the
close-
smuggy wind up in Kevin's voice. You knew it was going to be Austria.
How close is Austria to Germany? Because at Oktoberfest, they always have Wiener Schnitzel.
Yeah, it's right next door. I mean, they're pretty much kind of like one and the same. So, yeah. In fact, when you're Germany and you invade another country, they're usually the first they go into. So,
Okay.
Can we put schnitzel on the list of annoying words Virginia say?
what word?
You can't even talk right in your microphone.
The word was schnitzel, Kev. Oh, schnitzel. Oh, yeah.
Okay, next one here. Where are crepes from?
Oh, I love crepes, Kevin. Fat Kevin. I love crepes. Get them at 2J's every time.
Are we talking Belgium, France, Canada, or Morocco? What do you think, Virginia?
I'm going to say France.
Bird?
You creping me? It's Belgium.
It is France. Virginia takes a 2-1 lead.
In your face. Suck on it, bird.
If you're just listening to the audio of this podcast, I am so sorry.
Oh, the audio is your microphone is
Oh, the audio is horrendous.
terrible.
No, hold on. How about now? Is that better?
No.
Is that better?
No.
Is that better? Is that better?
No. Why don't you drop it on the floor?
Is that better?
Oh, there you go.
There you
Okay.
go.
Sweet spot. You found it.
Founder.
Okay, what about this one? Where is poutine from? Is it Belgium, France, Canada, or the United States? What do you think, Bird?
Poutine seems
Oh, there went the
very-
mic again.
Inconsistency is key.
How about now? Is that better?
Okay. I think you might be into the wrong end, but yeah.
Is
That's not it.
Okay, there we go. There we go. Sweet
Is this
spot.
the
Sweet
wrong
spot.
hole?
You're a little
Okay.
close.
The crepe is from Canada, my friend.
We're not on the crepe anymore, you dope.
What?
That was the last question.
Well, you've never been
Poutine.
that. You've been really wrong today, but that may have been the most wrong thing you've said. You're on the wrong food and country, all in one. I mean, that was a real thick chunk of wrong.
And seriously, don't send me the fucking emails how I ruined all of the show. Send it to Kevin. Send it to Kevin. I'm sorry.
I'm writing them right now.
Poutine. What country is that from, Bird?
Russia.
Okay. Virginia, what's your guess?
It's Canada, and he's a dick.
Yeah, even though Russia's not an option.
President Putin. Okay, I'm so far off.
Putin. That's not poutine.
You know the president of Russia, Putin?
Vladimir Putin.
His French fries covered in delicious gravy. You know that guy.
For all my old people out there, President Putin would be a great garbage pail kid.
I can't hear anything. You're completely cutting out. There's nothing coming through now.
You're overmodulating.
Honestly, his microphone is not going to last this podcast.
It's not.
Full disclosure, I think I spilled whiskey in it.
I was going to say, it's starting to sound like it's muted now. It doesn't sound right.
Definitely something wrong with it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I spilled whiskey in it. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's not sounding right. Okay. What about ramen? Where is ramen from? Is it from China, South Korea, Vietnam, or Japan? What do you think, Virginia?
Ramen, South Korea, Japan, Vietnam,
China.
Oh. Let's go South Korea.
Okay. What do you think, Bird?
No, I want to change.
Okay. What do you want?
Vietnam.
Vietnam. Okay, Bird, what do you think?
I'm going to go with Japan.
It's definitely not Japan.
It's Japan.
Oh, the drunk motherfucker beat the witch.
Denny's, did you know that?
I did.
Ramen?
I'm Japanese.
Dog, he's my best friend. I'm cultured as fuck. I know shit.
I just always looked at Japanese as like primo, and I looked at ramen as like, it's what you eat when you're drunk.
Snooty.
It's very common out there.
Yeah, you're very judgmental when it comes to food and everything else.
Okay. Next one, ceviche. Is that Chile, Colombia, Norway, or Peru? What do you think, Bird? Ceviche, Colombia, Chile, Peru, Norway.
He's drunk, and so is his microphone.
I think it is Norway. Or no, hold on. Wait a minute.
Peru. Dude, lock me in for Peru.
Peru. Okay. Virginia, what do you think?
I don't know. This is just a guess. Peru.
Okay, you're going to jump on Peru?
Yeah.
You gonna copy this?
She knows that you're just on it, man. This is your game for some reason. It's Peru.
Look at that.
Oh. What you gonna do when Peru comes for you?
Mm-hmm. All right, it all comes back to this final one. We start with an email from Israel. Where is the chilo kebab from? Chilo kebab, Chelo kebab. It just basically looks like it actually kind of looks like a grilled dong, basically, just to let you know.
Oh, I'll have two.
Is it from Israel, Lebanon, Iran, or Syria?
I know.
All right. You know it, Bird?
I know it 110%. You can cut off my nards if I'm wrong.
Oh, okay. We'll do that today.
Only talking about Lebanon.
Okay, Virginia, what do you think?
May I hear the choices again, sir?
Yes, it is Israel, Lebanon, Iran, or Syria.
Definitely Lebanon.
Israel.
Okay.
Nope.
Gonna go with Israel. You are both incorrect. It's Iran.
It's Iran.
And Iran.
I ran so far away.
Mm-hmm.
You want to stay?
Do we have a final score on that? Did Jaybird win, or do we have a tie?
I thought Virginia was up by one.
Yeah, that
Shoot.
feels right.
Suits.
Yeah.
He's drunk. We can't let drunk win.
I'm not drunk. I am just in a good state of mind.
You're just in the right spot, huh?
I'm in the right spot. Kev, if you want to come over and do a cover of Oasis, Wonderwall, I'd really love that. I think you might hate it, but I would love it.
Well, what will you be doing right after we're done with the After the Show podcast here?
I believe me in the Peace Train, Denny's has a jam session today.
Ooh, okay. And anything in particular you're going to play? What do you guys jam to? You guys do originals or covers or both?
We're doing originals, and Sweet Suits over here is now a part of it. And this Corona fuck needs to get better so he can come over. and I wasn't trying to be insensitive, so please don't get on me about that.
It's a lot of nicknames, but Corona fuck is definitely a new one for me.
That's from the corporate office. That's what they're calling everybody at
Is
work.
that the new
gets
names?
it.
We're going to get you a T-shirt with that on it.
Yeah, it's gonna have the company logo and everything.
We'll change that from Suits. Hey, it's Corona fuck. What's going on, everybody?
But full disclosure, guess what? I 110% with all my heart love that Corona fuck.
Oh, well, thank you.
Mhm.
We love you too, Bird.
Are you going out now this weekend at all, Suits? You've got a negative test under your belt. Do you feel like you're going to go out and see the world, or are you still quarantining and staying away from everybody?
I'll probably stay in just for the weekend, just to play it safe.
Mhm.
You know, just in case there was something off there. But next week, I think I'm just gonna kick back into pretty much living normal.
Okay.
Now that I've got it.
And do you feel like, okay, now since you had it and you have hopefully the antibodies, you can be out there and not be as afraid?
Yeah, I mean, I never really was, I would say, afraid of it. I was just, I didn't want to deal with it. That was my big thing. It's just such a hassle. So honestly, I've heard both ways when it comes to you don't get it again. It's 1 second you're fine. The next second it's, well, no, you can get it again after a couple of months. So I don't really know what
Right.
to expect, but I'm just going to keep doing the same thing. I'll wear my mask.
Mhm.
I'm not going out as much. I'm not going to be a shut in, but I'll go out every now and then and enjoy my life and just, play it safe. Keep kind of staying the course.
Mm-hmm. Good for you, Suits. All right. Bird is now shirtless.
Yeah,
Out
why'd you
there.
bring them titties out? What's going on?
Because I need attention.
You getting
We
ready
spent too much time on Suits.
No, I fucking love that kid. That kid, his future is so bright. He's got to wear shades.
Yeah, he does. Nancy's
like it.
saying my coworker had it in March and has it again now. I'm kind of curious, Nancy. Yeah, she's in the chat room. Is it worse the second time, or is it not as bad? Because that was one thing that maybe I was kind of hearing is, I'm trying to read a lot on it and understand it, is that I had kind of heard that, yeah, maybe after 3 months you could get it again, but it's not going to be as bad for you, that maybe, it kind of decreases. So you could get it again, but it wouldn't, throw you for it. Because the one thing that, it seems like a lot of people, everybody's got their own experience with it, because I've heard from some people that it's just miserable and they tell these stories. And Alyssa Milano was writing up her experience with it. She's like, I'm forgetting words and I couldn't breathe and I this and that. I'm like,
but she likes to kind of. She likes to. You say Milano. She likes.
Yeah,
to
Alyssa
kinda,
Milano. Yeah, she was like, it's still affecting me. I'm probably gonna have it for the rest of my life. Problems, and it wrecked her world. She's And for me, I had a cough and I didn't have body aches. I didn't have temperature or anything. She said, no symptoms the first time. And now he has symptoms. Wow. Body aches, no taste and smell, tight chest this time around. Asymptomatic the first time. See, that's the opposite of what I would have thought. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it was weird when I had it. It was like I got more symptoms than you did, Kevin, but it was just as if they switched on and off. When it first started, I had some of the muscle aches, I had some chills, never had a fever, had the coughing, the sneezing, but I didn't have them all at the same time. It was one day, it was something that was affecting me, and it wasn't too bad. And then when that would clear up, I'd end up moving on to something else. It was really bizarre. I've never had a sickness like that.
Yeah, it's, and for me, after reading what Nancy said, and I was reading about how a lot of the tests that we're using in the US are too sensitive, and that it's coming back with a threshold that shouldn't, even in a lot of countries, it wouldn't even count you as a positive. And I kind of wondered that. I wouldn't even say, I'm not 100% positive I really had coronavirus. And that's why Nancy's comments are eye-opening to me, because I would wonder if I get it the next time, if I would have the fever, body aches, chills, losing sense, because I had none of that at all the first time. So if I actually dinged it up again, would I get hit with it harder?
Yeah, when I
I did.
Back on it, I had on Sunday, I thought I was being paranoid before I really felt anything. I did kind of feel like I had a little bit of a tasteless meal, but I thought I was in my head, and then ended up feeling sick Monday evening. So I almost wonder if I had that symptom just like the other ones for a day, and then it just kind of disappeared because I was so aware of, can I taste everything after that? And it seemed fine, but there was something on Sunday where I felt like I couldn't taste what I was eating. It was really weird.
So Kevin, you feel like you got a diagnosis?
I don't know. I mean, if you had to say, am I 100% positive that I had it? And I read that story about how many false positives were coming back and how the tests are set too tight. And they're going for a viral load, 35 was that number. And they're saying that it's picking up and giving people a positive on a 35 for a viral load. And it shouldn't be. They wouldn't say that you have coronavirus at that number. And so that's why the case numbers, they think, are a little inflated and a little high in some instances. And just the fact that I'm like, okay, did I get that lucky to have coronavirus and not have any symptoms other than a cough? Or did I maybe not have it? And I don't know. I mean, I might have had a different variety of it, but that's why hearing those comments, I don't have a lot of security. I'm going to definitely watch, because if I got it again, I could have. I mean, you look at the list of symptoms you have on coronavirus, it's 5 or 10 deep. And to get one out of a possible 5 or 10 different symptoms that you could get, I don't know. My story doesn't seem to be a lot like a lot of people that I've heard that are like, man, it was rough for me.
But you tested positive at 2 different facilities on 2 different days.
But with the same test. They use the exact same test.
Virginia wants to argue with you. Go.
I feel like you definitely had it.
Yeah, I would lean towards that. But I mean, if you're saying, are you 100% confident that you had it? I would say I'm 80% confident. I guess I did, because it said twice that I had it. But then 2 days later, I take it and I don't have it all of a sudden. So I don't know. So just after reading that story about how there were a lot of people that kept getting positives that really wouldn't be considered as having coronavirus, made me wonder. I'm like, okay, did I really have it? Because I'm just saying that I don't necessarily have the confidence that I've got antibodies and I'm not going to get it in 2 to 3 months and really have a tough time with it if I got it again, I guess basically is what I'm saying.
Well, you can go get the antibody test too at the same, whole setup that we got the nose swab.
Yeah, I did. I got it. But what I'm hearing is that it really takes about 3 weeks after you've had it to really have the antibody show up. So I may have gotten the antibody test too quick. So I'll probably go back in another 2 to 3 weeks.
So you already took an antibody test.
Yeah.
You tested positive twice, negative once, and then went back and took an antibody test?
Yeah, I did. And then they called me with my results. They got my voicemail, and I keep calling them back, and they won't pick up the phone. So I don't know what the answer is on that.
Let me know if you do another antibody test. I'd love to be a part of the process.
Okay. All right. You got negative, though.
We're seeing a little too much of your body.
Whatever, dog. I'm in my prime.
He looks great. Look how tan he is. He looks like a Greek god. Yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. There you go. So, yeah. So that's pretty much what's going on. Suits and I had it. We both have had negative tests since. And, we'll see what happens here with it. So we're all good. Back in studio on Thursday. Tuesday, Wednesday, we'll still be from home. So
what are you loving son of a bitches doing later on today? Because Bird's feeling a little werewolf-like, a little frisky.
Aren't you going to play music with Denny's? Did you forget about your jam session?
He just canceled it.
No, that's midday. I'm talking about when the night falls.
It's 11:08. Oh, okay.
When the night falls, so do the balls.
I don't want to hear about what you and your dog are going to do later.
Jaybird is ready to go teabagging tonight. Who's in?
Chewy, your boy.
As enticing as the offer is.
How dare you talk about my fucking sweet dog like that? Thank God he can't hear you.
Beautiful. All right, y'all. Well, I got to go babysit my kid doing the virtual schooling. I'm the only one here today. So,
well, I got to go drink and make some bad decisions. Who's coming with me?
And that's when he finally breaks the mic.
And he's out.
The mic's broken. All right, Virginia, have a good, safe trip, okay?
Thank you. I'll do some little social media posts along our journey. I'm excited about a road trip. You know me. I don't let the kids out of the car. We don't touch anything. And I'm just excited to look at different stuff.
Yeah, that'll be cool. We'll tell Grandma we said hi, okay?
I will. Thank you.
Okay. All right. I'll see y'all. Look at Bird.
Look at me. Look
Have
at
a good
me.
weekend.
Bye, everybody.
Look at me. Look at me.
Yeah.